Hi guys, welcome once again to my channel. In this video I want to share with you how to end a relationship over text. If for one reason or the other you are in a relationship and you want to end it over a text message, you want to end it with a text message, then this video is for you. Sit tight while I get straight into it. You might be wondering why someone would want to end a relationship over a text message. You might be wondering why not meet with your partner and talk things over instead of ending it with a text message. It's better in some cases because there are different reasons why people will resort to ending a relationship through a text message, and you don't have to judge them. You don't have to be judgmental about it. Because you might be like, well, this is someone you have dated for a while, even if it has been for a few weeks or a month or so. You might want to talk to the person. You might want to accord that person that respect. But I tell you, there are several reasons why people resort to using text message to initiate a breakup. And one of that reason is because the person they are in a relationship with might be someone who is violent. It might be a narcissist. It might be someone who has emotional or psychological issues, and they are aware that that person cannot handle a physical breakup. So in a case like that, it's better to make such a breakup from a distance. So if you're in a relationship with someone who has such issues, who has some mental issues or some psychological issues, it's possible you have not known before you stepped into that relationship, or it's as well possible that there are other reasons why you want to end that relationship. Trust me, you don't want to do that physically. Why? Because it could result in some form of assault from the person. It might result in some kind of violence from that person. So you don't want to step on their ego. You don't want to step on them by ending a relationship physically. People like this tend to prefer to be the one to dump you instead of you ending the relationship. So you don't want to take the risk of going to them and telling them, hey, it's over between us, I want to end this relationship. Trust me, you don't want to do that. So in a case like this, it's better you end the relationship over text message. That would far much be preferable. And trust me, you also don't want to leave that person, just avoid that person or cut off the relationship like that. You want to at least accord that person some respect for the fact that you have been together for some time, no matter how long. It's always better to end it officially. The reason is because if you don't find a way to tell that person it's over, the person can actually come up tomorrow and start claiming that you're in a relationship with him. Why? Because you have not actually told the person that it is officially over. So you might want to employ the text message method of ending that relationship. Now, what I would advise you to do is to be cautious and to be as cordial as possible. No matter what the problem is, no matter what the reason you are ending that relationship is, trust me, you don't want to end that relationship in a harsh manner. Now remember, we are looking at different cases that is leading you to end that relationship. Like I said earlier, the person might be a violent person, and if you are not cautious, if you step on their ego in one way or the other, they might come for your head, and you don't want that. Okay, so you want to be as polite as possible. You want to convey your message as politely as possible in order to avoid a wrong interpretation. A simple message like, hello there, thank you for your time in this relationship. I had lovely moments with you, and there are moments I'll ever live to cherish all my life, but for this reason or that reason, we can't continue with this relationship. I can't continue with this relationship, and I want to call it quits. Now, you want to be careful to let that person know exactly why you are calling off the relationship. Sometimes people can get ideas into their heads. They might feel like perhaps someone else is catching your attention. They might feel like someone else has caught your attention, and because of that, you want to dump them. Trust me, you don't want to send that message that you are actually dumping them or you are dumping them. You want them to understand that you are not happy in the relationship, and that is why you want to call it quits. You want them to know what exactly they did wrong that is making you to end that relationship. And it's also important that I say this. You need to be sure that this is something that you have actually tried talking about in times past. and you are now ending because he did not understand, he failed to resolve the problem, and you cannot be happy in that relationship. Therefore, you are calling it a quit. Trust me, you want to be sure to convey your message as politely as possible. No matter how angry you are, no matter what they've done to you, and you're so angry and you want to just scream at them and all that, please and please, you want to keep it as polite as possible. And remember, it's easier to be understood when you're communicating with someone eyeball to eyeball than when you are sending a text message. Your message can easily be misinterpreted, so you want to be as polite and cautious as possible so as to avoid sending the wrong message and so as to avoid being misunderstood. Now, you might want to go ahead and tell them in your text message that you want to avoid all forms of contact, because sometimes if that person doesn't want to end that way, the person might want to actually keep coming back. So you might want to tell them to maintain distance as good as possible. So these things are things that when you have put in place, in case anything comes up in future, in case an issue arises, you might want to have that as an evidence showing that you were able to talk to that person and that you told the person exactly what you wanted. So trust me, if you do these things, you are going to have a peaceful breakup without having to have physical confrontation with the person and without having to go through so much stress. And of course, if the person is a violent person, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of stress breaking up with that person over a text message. I'm very much aware that a breakup can be a very daunting process. You might, no matter how bad you want to leave that relationship, you might still feel very bad. Very bad in the sense that you've put in a whole lot into that relationship, tried to make it work. But since breakup is the last resort, since you've made up your mind that you need to break up, then kudos to you, you have done the right thing. It's better to be single than to be in a bad relationship, okay? Thank you for watching this video. Have you been in a similar situation where you had to break up over a text message, or have you even been in a situation, a relationship where you needed to break up with that person? Please let us know in the comment section. Share your experience with us, share your ideas with us, and it's going to help so many people to learn how to better end the relationship, whether over text or not over text, or probably physically. Is going to help a whole lot of people. And remember, if you have not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe and turn on the bell button so you can always get updated every time I make a video. Okay, thank you and see you in my next video.